Recording in progress.
Good evening, all. Sorry, there was a network glitch at my side, so I have logged in via my hotspot now. If you might experience any network issues, like from my side, if you're not able to hear me or my screen got stuck, just please inform me through chat box. Okay, let's get started. Yeah, let's discuss about something about the VPC endpoints. The next topic is VPC endpoints. So why we are here means, so we have to again some linked services we have to discuss after this. So that's how instead of discussing this one at the VPC classes, we are now discussing about the VPC endpoints. So what does this VPC endpoint do, and what is the purpose of this VPC endpoint? Okay, so first of all, VPC endpoint itself, the name stating that it is a one service which it can access through your AWS private links. Okay, so we can call it as are powered by AWS private links, we can say. Okay, so it is used to create one endpoint. That endpoint can access one service to another service itself in your network of the AWS cloud. So to make you more understand, let's say, so here I have a laptop. Complete external user. Here I have my AWS cloud. Okay. So here I have VPC. Let me take like this then. Inside that I have a VPC and I have one available like subnets in it, and we have to. So here I have a S3 bucket, and here I have EC2 instances in each of the sub network. Okay, in each of the sub network. So this is subnets, However, I will be having the internet gateway. However, I will be having the internet gateway. My public subnet will get an internet access. So here it is having the public IP and private IP. It's having public and private IP. So my private subnet one is only having the private IP. Okay. It's only having the private IP. It's not having the public IP. Now the thing is, here I have the S3 bucket, like example, like S3 bucket. Okay. And whatever the data is here, whatever the data is here, so this data from this external laptop, this is my external laptop right now. Okay. External laptop. So this laptop need to access this S3 bucket. Will it be possible? Yes, it is possible because through the internet access, it can be possible. The thing is that whenever you want to access S3 bucket, that it has to access through the external things, then the S3 bucket has to be go with the internet connectivity like public access only. Okay, then it will be accessible to access this bucket. So what is the way that we need to do? Yes, here I need to configure AWS CLI. Okay, and then I have to type like AWS configure, right? And then I have to give the things. Then I could able to list the bucket by the command AWS S3 ls. With this, I can able to list the bucket, right? So this is the connectivity. If I do with the my external laptop to access this bucket inside the AWS account. Will I get the same thing from my public instance? Yes, you will get the same thing from your public instance to get connected to this one. But whenever you are connecting through your public instance to this bucket, how you are going? You are going to your route table, internet gateway to the internet side. Okay, to the internet, and then you are reaching to this one. So you are going outside of the network, but actually you are inside the AWS cloud and you are inside with your VPC. Okay, inside with your VPC. So here to access, you need to go to the outside. To understand more clear, let's create this lab. So first of all, I'll come and I'll create the S3 bucket. That's it, create bucket. So the name itself is 2024. So to do that, right side go and go to security credentials, open a new tab. So here access keys, create your access key. I understand get access key. Show this, copy this and keep it somewhere. So copy this as well. Okay, yes, I copied. So let me go to my terminal. AWS CLI. Okay, so hyphen version. If you see this, so it is going to give you a version. Okay, hyphen version. AWS configure access key. Copy this access key. Don't copy any space and secret key. Episode 1. Okay, enter. That's it. Now you have authenticated. AWS S3 LS. It's giving when you're calling list of buckets, there's a AWS key ID you provided does not exist in our records. Access key, paste, secret key, paste. Now you can see it is listing the bucket of sample S3 bucket 2024. Right, it's listing it. Will I get the same thing from my public instance? Let's go to the VPC section. Let's go to your VPCs. I'll create one VPC with more, and I'll say sample. And let's take 10.10. Okay, availability zones 1, number of public subnet 1 and private subnet also 1. Okay, so let it be this one. Okay, so private subnet CIDR in AP South and AP South 1B. So we took only one, and here it is one public subnet, one private subnet. Okay, and it's just going to be none. Create VPC. Let's create two EC2 instances fast in one public subnet and one in private subnet. launch instance, pub EC2, Amazon Linux, Micro, and just go and select your VPC. And here I have to select the public, okay? And it should have the enable IP address. You have to go with the all traffic, okay? Anyway, that's it. Launch instance and go to instances. Launch one more instance. I'm just telling it as private EC2. Micro. You can utilize the same key pair, but here I'm going to check it, and here is the private subnet. And here I'm not enabling the IP address for it, okay? So just here also, check it out, your existing one, which is launch wizard 4, and this launch instance. If you can see, public instance is having public IP address and private IP address. So whereas your private instance is not having the public IP address, it is only having the private IP address. Now both are running. So I just want to connect the public IP, the public instance. I'll take a new tab. AWS configure. Okay. Again, I have to give this one. Copy. AWS S3 LS. It is also listing the bucket, right? You can see it is also listing the bucket. And now, if I would log in into the my private instance, okay, my private instance. From this public instance, if you check 8.8.8.8, the global DNS, so you are getting the ping response. The first thing means it is a public, that it is going out with the internet gateway. Now, let me log into my private one. To log in inside the private, you won't get the proper public IP, right? So it is not going to allow you to connect even. You can see here it is directly telling with the private IP address. You won't be able to connect. To connect into the private, that I need to go and enter through my public instance only. Through my public instance only. From here to here, I have to log in. From here to here. From here to here, I have to log in. So from anywhere, I cannot log in this one. Now, so what I'll do here, I have to define this one. If we come here, so it is asking S, but it's not going to connect because the PEM file is not defined here. So what I need to do, I need to define the PEM file, this PEM file. Oh, what's happening inside? New, oldest. Why this all came? Sorry. Let me open my notepad. So here have the key, Control A, Control C, and go to the terminal and just paste it and give a permission to it. Okay. Now you run this command. Now you have directly logged into the 33. You can see 33. So if I do the same thing, AWS configure, okay, AWS configure, and here I'll provide this same thing like, okay, access key, secret key, enter, enter. If I run the same command, will I able to access the MyS3 bucket? No, I will not able to access the bucket from my EC2 instance. So after some time, it will be give you that the connection timed out if you wait. So, but see with the AWS CLI configure that I can able to get the bucket details means I can able to access the bucket from the outside external network, right? From here and from here in the public also I can able to access. But here to here, from here to here, why cannot I access? That is inside in your cloud only. Inside in your cloud only, but still you're not getting access this. So this is something that when you are in the public subnet and the public instance, so this request is going like this to the internet, and from there it is reaching like this. So this is also coming like this one. But you have to access this securely. You want to access this securely. So how can I access internally in it? Okay. So this is the question that asked most probably on the VPC endpoint. So to get access, so we need to create endpoints. Okay, one service endpoint. That is because we are on the VPC, so I have to create the VPC endpoint. This is endpoint. So this endpoint will going to access your bucket. Not only for this bucket, we will be creating VPC endpoint for lot of other services. Okay, securely to access for database, for Lambda, for RDS, like this. Let's see this how it will be. Sorry. Go to the VPC endpoints. Here you can see endpoints. Open the new tab. Yeah. Oh. We came already to the VPC endpoint. So here, create the VPC endpoint. You have to name a name to it, like anything. So just endpoint I'm giving. Okay. So which one you want? You want a private link that ready to connect with the partner links, and you want to connect with the AWS marketplaces or easy to connection endpoint, other end services. So AWS services, come here and search for the S3. Okay. So here you can see .com.amazon apsouth.s3. If you click on this, so it will be give you gateway and interface. Okay. Now you can check the any one of this interface or gateway and go with your VPC from where you want to access. Okay. So additional configuration, if you want to enable the DNS name, you can enable it and come down. So here are your default security groups. So this is the group which I have utilized, and full policy. Go with the full policy and just create an endpoint. Okay. So it was creating now. Let it be create. Yes, you guys, it will be connected. Rohan, can you explain once again how to access another instance? So this part we already done it VPC. So if you see here, I just created V8 DevOps training.pem in my first instance. The key I have provided. Then I have provided some permissions to it, 400. Then the command which I want to log into the target server. That's it. SSH-I, the PEM key, the username, the IP address. It can be a public or private, both can be work. But here the instance is completely private, so we have to give the private IP. Okay. Now let me control C this. Let me connect to my public instance, and again let me connect to the private instance. Yes. Selling load key DevOps permission denied. Now it is asking to AWS configure, unable to locate the credentials. Okay, configure, access key, secret key. That's it. Now run the same command. Let's see our endpoint is active now. It's available now as an interface. Create an endpoint. Second service, S3, gateway, VPC, full access to my which subnet, so which route table. The route table, here it is, private route table we need to select, okay. So here you have to select the gateway and the private AP South 1A route table. This route table we need to be selected and full access and create endpoint. Now wait for it. So it was now created. So if I come here and give the command, now I can able to access from 33 East instance. Okay, from 33 East instance. So this is how we utilize the VPC endpoints to connect the services securely. If you see here, the all possible services in 19 pages, that whatever the services you want to log in or you want to access, like RDS, you have, okay, and you have Lambda, okay, and you have ES3 and other services. Like this kind of services, whatever you want to securely access itself inside the cloud and your network, and this service is not having the internet access. You don't want to provide the internet access. So we will be using endpoints. Endpoints. Okay. So when you take the gateway, that means from your VPC, your route table will be going to add the route to it. So if you go with the interface, it's create a link for you, so that you have to utilize it. Your policies allow already. Launch wizard, subnets. See here, it's not even, we not even selected the subnets for it while we creating the endpoint. Okay. So if you have selected one of the subnet, then it will create an internet interface for you to connect the another service. But so this is the latest option came, but we have to go with the gateway. So previously there was only gateway option. This interface option was new. So this interface option for few things, for few services. Example, RDS. Okay. Example, other ML SegMaker. Example, Glue, Kinsys. Okay. So if we want to connect to them as a one-way communication only as a one service. Yes. You can go with the interfaces. Or then you can go with the gateway. So gateway is the most used one of endpoint. We'll be creating endpoint with the gateway, and then it will be going to be routed with your route configuration. So this is how the endpoints will be utilized. And even one more thing. mm, if you connect with these two instance, private links, marketplace, not here, other services, no, just got a thought. Here you can see whenever you want to create endpoint service. So endpoint service, that means to connect one VPC endpoint to another VPC endpoint, we need to utilize network load balancer or gateway load balancer here. Okay. So one service we have to create, and then we have to list the load balancer here, the network load balancer which we have, and then if we create that, so that service we can utilize to communicate other two services like endpoint services. So this is the one more advantage option if you create here this one. So this is about VPC endpoint, guys. What if this laptop is not even having the internet access? Can I get the access to this S3? So because I have internet access to this laptop, I'm accessing this S3. What if this laptop is not having internet access? Completely it is in-house laptop and I want to get access this S3. Will it possible? Yes, it is possible. How? You can create a VPN connection that we already tried, right? VPN connection, or you can use AWS Direct Connect. This is AWS interview asked questions. Direct Connect. These two are the options. Even your laptop is in the offline, that you can get S3 access by this one if you set up the VPN connection or AWS Direct Connect. Okay. So we already tried this VPN connection, so that completely my laptop is in the offline, and then we could able to connect our private EC2 instance from my laptop, right? But today, this is the topic, guys. I was not feeling well, and one more information that I'll be completely out of station Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That I have to go to office. I have a visit. Okay, so I'll be not into the even in Hyderabad. So we'll be resuming the classes on Thursday. Okay, so as of meanwhile, you can do your practice because you're getting a good time Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay, please do your practice and let me know if facing any issues, so that so this utilize this time also for AWS practices. After resuming the classes, we'll be discussing 2 3 classes and then we'll jump into the DevOps. Okay, we have few more things only at the AWS and then we'll jump into the DevOps. Yeah, load balancer topics are I need to do practice from my side. Okay, that's good. Sir, if you have two VPCs, the first VPC contain EC2 instance and the second VPC contain S3 bucket. Okay. Second VPC will contain S3 bucket. S3 is not VPC specific bucket, and how we connect it. Is this possible with the transit gate? Hmm. S3 will be in the region. Your VPC will be region specific. You create the VPC that you want to access the uh, S3 from the instance which created inside the VPC. It is possible if it is having the internet gateway associated with the public subnet. It can be. Or you can create directly a VPC endpoint that how we created just now, you can able to access it. No need to go for transit gateway. Why unnecessarily you're paying to a transit gateway again? I'll be sharing the VPC endpoints nodes. And did I share the auto scaling group? I think I not. I'll share auto scaling group also. If you connect through the direct connect or VPN access, it's possible. Okay. EC2, S3 are possible. Nine 15 p.m. But your VPN setup is at the cloud, right? Your laptop is not having the internet access, but you associated with the certain configurations. That's how you need to set up. That's how the our DX data centers can be connected. That even they're not exposed to the internet, but as the private network, they'll be connected. Need to set up that lab. Need to create that lab. If you're asking me. Okay. When I get some time, I'll try to create that lab also. Okay, with offline. So let me come and delete the VPC and EC2 instances. Next topic is Lambda row. We left with Lambda. ALB and NLB are same. You can utilize the same nodes even. Okay, in NLB only I just written the not even uploaded any pictures on it. But I'll give you that as well. Route 53 also we have. Yeah, just check in just 10 minutes now.